What's up, guys? We are finally here, and we're finally going to be talking about Superman and Lois. Now, I know I'm late to the party. It premiered earlier this week, and I'm finally doing a video on this because I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to watch this or not. I was still on the fence because of all the other CW shows. It's either been getting canceled, or the writing's gotten lazy, or the character progression has sucked. There's been a lot of issues with CW Arrowverse, which I'm still going to call it. So this is still part of the Arrowverse. So if you guys are new to the Arrowverse, we have Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl. Then we had, of course, Black Lightning. Um, then we had Batwoman. Then, of course, Superman and just more. So everything keeps getting added to this register of heroes in the Arrowverse. Now, this is actually a lot more interesting than what I was actually thinking it was going to be, because we have where, of course, it goes through the normal of Superman, aka Kal-El, going to coming to Earth, being raised by human parents, and then seeing, his father dies, raised by his mother. He leaves Smallville, meets Lois Lane, they fall in love. She reveals that he's Superman. They get married, have kids, and now, for this entire time frame, for 14 years, both their twin sons have no idea about him being Superman. Obviously, you found that out from the trailer. And in this entirety of this show, from the pilot, it's an hour long. So be ready to sit back. But it's actually a lot better than what I thought. And then there was a few scenes where I was like, all right, because it's your typical where Clark and Lois have, typical teenage son. One is going to be popular, where he is, really good at football, really good at other things. Clark and Lois suspect that he has powers, and they, of course, don't want to say anything. Their other son, Jordan, he has issues. He has anxiety. He has social anxiety. They've been having him go to therapy, be on pills. So they really don't know if he has any powers or there's something else that's going on with him mentally. So, of course, they keep this quiet. And there's another issue that gets brought up into the show about someone else starting things at nuclear facilities, and Superman is looking into it. But then as soon as he starts looking into it, they go to the Daily Planet, and right when they go to the Daily Planet, they find out, of course, their boss, Clark, is fired. And before that, he was talking to his mother, and then he later finds out that his mother, unfortunately, passes away. So as soon as this happens, they, of course, go to the funeral. They go to the farm. They later find out that the farm that he grew up on is in trouble. And we also find out, of course, that the two boys, they go into the barn where Clark says do not go in there. Well, they did, and of course they get hurt and they get checked out. And there is a little bit of an issue with the townsfolk because they know Clark and Lois are sort of like these celebrities that came out of Smallville, or mainly Clark because he is from Smallville, and he works at Daily Planet. He's married to the most successful journalist in the area, and just there's so much. And they know, then they later find out that, of course, his mother really was the heart and soul of Smallville, and when she died, the farm was really on the really became the banks because she gave up so much for her community, for her friends, for people that they knew. If there was, as one of the characters said, that if there was an issue, they would always come to Martha. And I found that kind of interesting. I found that very interesting because I liked how, I guess her son really embraced her as well. So we do see where Clark is like, okay, what do we do? And then they later come to find out that they want to purchase the property, where they are thinking, okay, well, maybe that's what Mom meant, because he says, as I was flying over here to get to her, that I heard her say it's time to come home. And he's been away for so long, for I would assume 20 plus years now. And even though he's visited and everything, it's time for him to come home. And now he's finally like, okay, I'm home, and I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna raise my sons the way I was raised. But there's a catch though, because they're trying to figure out what happened. They weren't hurt when these pipes went on them when they were trying to fix the router in the barn. And then they later find out that, of course, they find the spaceship that their dad was in, and then he reveals that he's Superman. Of course, there's an issue. And then, of course, when there's another issue that arises Superman, aka Clark, has to go fight this unknown force that is trying to get his attention, as possibly from the same planet as him, but then later finds out that somehow or other he is a Luthor. Don't know how in this world. That is a big issue because, of course, with the crossover that we had recently with Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl, and Legends, and all that. That was a big issue. You guys know how I felt about that crossover. I hated it. So we don't know necessarily what's going on. And of course, he injures Superman in the battle with Kryptonite, and then all he hears is basically his wife basically telling him, "You need to get here. We need you." And then he, of course, gets the strength to come back, and he later finds out that, of course, his both of his sons were at a bonfire party, and one of his sons, Jordan, he kind of is falling for like the local town girl, and he later finds out that she has issues as well. He tries kissing her and finds out that she has a boyfriend, so a fight breaks out, and then he lets his powers kind of be shown that he has powers like his father, and they later start talking about, okay, I know I haven't been around, but I'm going to do my best to be around more. So it does get shown that Clark is willing to be there more as a father than, of course, Superman. So it really does put a lot of things relatable into this. They're not trying to put anything down your throat, which I'm very happy that they're not doing, because I hate when shows do that, because Supergirl's been doing that, Black Lightning's been doing that, Batwoman is now doing that, even worse now, and Flash is back and forth when it does that. Arrow, the writing just went off of a cliff for a good point, and then it came back and then went off the cliff again. Legends is back and forth for me, so I'm very kind of happy that Lois, Superman and Lois kind of brought me back to the Arrowverse, so to speak, and I'm waiting to see what exactly is in store for this show. I have hopes for this. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be watching this show. Again, this is only the pilot, and it doesn't even look like an Arrowverse actual show. It looked like a movie, in my opinion. CGI was not bad for a TV show. Story so far is entertaining, but again, we have a long way to go for Superman and Lois. We don't know how good it's going to be. We don't know how the character progression is going to be, but we do get a new look at Clark Kent, aka Superman, of him not just being, of course, the hero that we all know, but also a father as well as a husband. And this is pretty cool. Pretty cool to see, and especially, I got to give my hat off to Tyler Hoechlin. I think he's doing a great job as Superman. I didn't think he was going to be that good of a Superman, but I think he's doing okay right now. And, seeing, of course, for the one that plays Lois, I've seen her in other things. One of my other favorite shows with Bitsy Tulach. I'm probably butchering her name, but I love her. She's amazing. Seeing her in Grimm for so long, I love that show. So I'm very happy that she's finally back on another network. But I love to see how far we can see these two characters go, these two actors, and just bring these characters to life and really show us more of the world with Superman and Lois. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. You guys ready to see more Superman and Lois? Let me know what you guys thought about it. Did you guys watch the pilot? Have you guys been waiting to see what others say about it? Go check it out for yourselves and let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments down below, because you're in your day as well. And of course, I'll see you always on the next one.